La 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 la, 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 la 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 la.
Our story begins with an empty boat. This boat was not supposed to be empty, not in the slightest. But where had the driver gone? No one knows as of yet. That is why there is a story. If we knew what had become of the driver, we would not be telling this story now.
Are you Inspector Rondonald?
Yes, miss, I am, but I'm afraid I'm rather busy. I must ask that you wait in the lobby.
But I'm afraid it's rather urgent, Inspector. You see, it's my brother. He's gone.
I'm sorry to hear that, miss, but I must ask again that you wait in the lobby. I am occupied.
But I am Marilyn Lendille.
Lendille?
That's right.
We will continue this conversation later, Ranaud. Miss Lendille.
I was told that, well, you see, Inspector, I was told that if I ever need help of this kind, I was to come to you.
Say nothing more, Miss Lendille. I will do what I can.
So you'll take the case then?
Yes, miss, I will. Now I suggest we get started right away. What is your brother's name?
Ivon Lendille. He's 14, has blonde hair, blue eyes, and is frankly rather scrawny.
When did he disappear?
2 days ago.
Did he say anything to you before he left? Did he alert you that he was leaving?
He told me he was going on the river for a couple hours. When he not come home, I called the authorities. They told me he had most likely drowned.
Then why did you come to me?
Because Ivon is a strong swimmer. He was practically raised on the water. Plus, there was no sign of the boat being capsized, because all of his belongings were still sitting upright in the boat.
He could have been standing and simply lost his balance. He easily could have hit his head on a rock and lost consciousness.
But there was a glass of water sitting on the seat of the boat. The authorities dragged the river, but there was no sign of him ever being in the boat.
How can you be sure that he was ever in the boat at all?
Because his wallet was still in the boat.
I see. What was in the wallet, Miss Lendille?
Only his identification. That's how we knew it was the boat he took. Here we are.
Police already got to it. You were raised by your grandfather, weren't you, Miss Lendille?
Yes, I was. Ivon was too, but he traveled a great much despite of his age. People often wonder if we're still siblings because of the difference in our accents.
Thank you, Miss Lendille. I've seen all I need at present. Good day.
People see the glass in different ways. Some see it half full, and some see it half empty. How do you see it?
I'm tired of you saying that. I have nothing in my glass. Charles gets the inheritance, the legacy. What do I get?
That's not the attitude to have. You will never be happy unless you reconcile yourself to...
So then, I guess I will just have to live with my glass half empty.
Are you alright? I think I will be. Marilyn? Monsieur Ranaud, if you please.
Haven't we met before?
Yes, we met in the inspector's office yesterday.
Oh, yes.
I'm so sorry to hear about your brother. He was a good friend of mine.
Funny. He never mentioned you.
No, I don't suppose he did. Here comes the inspector. Monsieur, sir.
Good day, Mr. Ranaud.
Monsieur Ranaud, if you please.
Well, I'm an inspector, not a sir.
Of course. I must be correct. Good day, Miss Lendille.
Good day.
I will get straight to the point, Miss Lendille. I came here to have some questions answered, and then I will be off in a hurry. The glass of water. What does it mean to you?
What do you mean?
What was your grandfather's well-known saying?
Is the glass half full or half empty?
Right. What was in the boat?
A glass half full of water.
I think your brother was trying to leave a message for you. No one brings a glass of water onto a boat.
You mean he knew he was leaving? He wasn't taken?
My theory is that he has been deceived by someone he trusts, but he could not tell you about it. But he wanted you to know what was going on.
I'm not sure I quite understand.
When do you inherit your grandfather's fortune?
Next month when I'm 18. Is this about my grandfather's fortune? Ivon was trying to tell me.
Any news?
No?
You weren't telling the truth.
I can't lie to you, Anna. We'll be having company shortly.
The inspector?
Yes. How did you know?
He's here already. He's in the parlor.
What?
Miss Lendille.
Inspector, I was not aware that you were here already.
I'm sorry I'm early.
Sorry, no trouble. I'm sorry that I kept you waiting.
I asked to see you again so soon because of some information that I came across. Some friends of yours, the Joneses, recently passed away.
Yes, they did.
Would you tell me about the situation?
Christine Johnson was one of my best friends. Her brother, Michael, he and I were betrothed. He disappeared soon after and later was found dead in the river. A week later, Christine was found in her room. Suicide was assumed.
Who was Christine's heir?
Michael was to inherit.
And after both of the Jonesons died, who did inherit?
Anna LaPointe.
She's your companion?
Yes, she's in the other room.
Miss Lendille, what I'm about to say next could easily be taken badly. Who is your heir?
Ivon.
And if something happens to him, who is next in line?
Anna. Inspector, you don't think that.
I do not think anything for certain. No worries, miss. All will be well.
Marilyn, wake up. Marilyn? Marilyn? Anna. Just take this. I'm gonna be leaving. Promise me, no matter what, you won't forget me. You're my dearest friend, Marilyn.
Come in.
Miss Lendille.
Oh.
What is that?
Oh, Anna left last night. This is her letter of resignation.
I'm sorry. Miss Lendille. What do you know about Anna's family?
Well, they are poor. She left her family at a young age to come work for me as my companion. She grew up playing with me and my friends, and eventually she wasn't even an employee anymore. She was part of the family.
Does she have any siblings?
Yes, 2 sisters and a half-brother.
Where does the half-brother live?
France.
France.
Yes.
Miss Lendille.
Mr. Ranaud.
My name is...
Sorry. Mr. Ranaud, you lived in France most of your life, right?
Yes.
Do you know Miss Anna LaPointe?
Yes, I believe I've met her.
Then
That's nice. She's a good friend of mine. Who introduced you?
No one. No one introduced. I was an old family friend.
Oh, funny, she never mentioned you. She recently left my employment.
you should not have gone by yourself.
How did you know I went?
I know you, Miss Lendille.
I think Ranaud's mixed up in this. I think he's Anna's half-brother.
I would not be surprised if he was. What is that?
Oh, Anna's letter of resignation.
I know, but what is on the back?
Your brother is at Blackwood with Ranaud. He is in danger. Hurry if you want to save him. Signed, Anna.
Ivon, your sister is in the woods with the inspector, and she is in danger. We should split up. Yes, I think it's time for us to part ways.
Did you hear that?
Yes. It did not sound welcoming. You must be prepared for what you may see.
What will we do when we find them, Inspector?
We will talk.
What if Ranaud doesn't want to talk?
Then we will most likely shoot.
Stay where you are.
Where is Ivon?
I'm afraid you just missed him.
You killed him. Just like you're gonna kill me. Just like you killed Michael and Christine. For my money.
Yes, you are a clever one.
I'm afraid the compliment is not appreciated.
Yes.
The inspector will find you. He knows who you are and he knows you're at the bottom of this.
Yes, but you would be dead by then.
I thought criminals were supposed to be tall and intimidating. Well, you're not. You're just short.
Stop it!
Let her go.
Let Daddy then.
Let her go.
Ah! Why did you do that?
Read this. It's Ranaud's. It's about us and the Jonesons too. Ranaud was killing off families and forced that named his half-sisters in their wills. And he was forcing the girls to give him the money.
He will hang for this.
If he lives long enough.
Ivon! Ivon!
Ranaud met Ivon by design while the young boy was traveling to New York the year before. He had befriended Ivon and lied to him time and time again. Ivon had trusted Ranaud. They parted ways, and then, a week before our story began, Ranaud had found Ivon again. He had told Ivon that Marilyn was in danger, that someone was after her fortune. Ivon was young and naive. He did not suspect the fiend. Ranaud told Ivon that he had planned to save Marilyn and her fortune. He told Ivon to meet him on the river and to keep all knowledge of the situation to himself. They would make their way to the woods, where they would hide out and make plans. Ranaud's real plot was to keep Ivon in the woods until Marilyn came looking for her brother. Then he would kill them both at once. Ranaud considered himself to be quite the criminal mastermind. He wanted his victims to know that they had been conned. His pride was his folly. There are some who believe that the crimes did not stop at Ranaud, that there was another who was responsible for hatching the plot. But let's not point fingers. We will wait for proof to further enlighten us.
Marilyn. Miss Lendille.
This book says the truth. You have every right to call me by my first name, Uncle Lendille.
I am no longer deserving of that name. I gave it up long ago.
You are my grandfather's second son. You are my father's younger brother. You wanted a share of the inheritance, even if a tiny amount to call your own. My grandfather said no. He went on and on about the glass half full. You denounced him and changed your name.
I left for a time. When your father, my brother, died, I came back. I decided to live where I could help you and Ivon if ever I could.
And you have! Uncle, if not for you, Ranaud would have killed Ivon, and it would have came after me too. I would have never suspected Ranaud. You have ensured that he pays for his crimes, and his hanging is in 2 days.
But Ivon is dead.
You cannot blame yourself for that.
I can. Quite easily, in fact.
Uncle, forgive yourself. I have forgiven you.
But what about Ranaud?
What about him?
Can you forgive him?
Why? Why would I want to forgive Ranaud? He killed Ivon.
And I failed to protect Ivon. That was my job, and I failed. Yet you forgave me.
You are not to be blamed. You didn't kill Ivon.
I suppose I do not bear equal blame to Ranaud, but I do bear some.
Your sin was much smaller and easier to forgive.
There is no such thing as a small sin, Marilyn. All sins are equal in the eyes of God.
But Ranaud's sin was unforgivable.
Do you suppose God would forgive the man who hammered the nails into Christ's hands if that man asked for forgiveness?
Well, yes, I suppose he would.
Do you suppose God would forgive the people in the crowd who mocked Christ as he hung on the cross if those people asked for forgiveness?
Well, Yes, I suppose he would.
Who are we to decide which sins are forgivable and which are not? Marilyn, if you can forgive me, then I hope you can forgive Ranaud.
Who are we to decide which sins are forgivable and which are not? If God can forgive us for continually disregarding his laws and for repeatedly rejecting him, then surely we can forgive those who sin against us. Surely I can forgive that woman who made a rude comment about me when I was standing right there. Surely I can forgive my mother for giving me 20 cents for chores instead of 25. Surely I can forgive the friend who abandoned me for the sake of being accepted by others who are smarter, prettier, richer. Surely I can forgive those others who are smarter, prettier, and richer. Surely if Christ can forgive the people who mocked him in the crowd, saying, "Save yourself, come down from the cross if you are the Son of God." If he can forgive them for those words, surely I can forgive those who sin against me.
Fox, roker, rabbit, eagle, salmon, trout. 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 La 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 la, 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 la 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 la.
How do you have a Chinese lady say that? Okay, let's do it again.
Action! Okay, I do not think anything was said.
Oh my god!
I need you to go away. Action! You're like, filming. That's a blooper. You're dead. Don't breathe. Action.
Ranaud, I have prayed. Inspector, you don't think that?
I don't think anything was said. No! So good! So good! What? Are we still filming?
Oh yeah, Stop. I can't get it!
No, don't stop it, don't stop. Ready?
Michael was too apparent. Stop it. You're saying getting out of my brain! Okay. Is it still going?
No, it's not. Okay. Ready?
Here comes the inspector. Bonjour, sir.
Mr. Rondonald.
Christine Johnson was one of my best friends. Her brother, Michael, he and I were betrothed. Ah!
Here comes the inspector. Bonjour, sir.
Good day, Mr. Ranaud. Monsieur Ranaud! If you please, sir!
If not for you, I would be dead too. I would never suspected Ivon.
That's okay, cut it. We will continue this conversation.
Stop laughing!
Stop it! Before you die. Story begins with an empty boat. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.